Happy New Year. We're finally into 2022. I am Hank Jr., and you're listening to Hank's Corner. And all this month, we're going to be going all over the world with our guests. And today, I'm so happy to have Jamie Donnelly on. Jamie, how are you doing today?
Thank you so much for having me, Hank. I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. And as I mentioned, you are my first international singer that's going to be on here. And tell me, where are you calling in from today?
I'm from Ireland. Particularly I'm County Tyrone, so up
Okay.
north. Yeah.
And for some of our audience that's not familiar with Ireland, you're saying that's up north?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. So I actually got to go to Ireland, but it's been many years. It was back in 2008, and I got to enjoy a little bit while I was there. Been meaning to get back, haven't been able to do so. But tell us, what's everyday life like in Ireland, especially now with some of the restrictions? Have things gotten back to normal?
Um. Before Christmas time, it was very much kind of back to normal. There was still the odd, like we still have to wear masks all the time and social distancing places. But now, it was. I think it was before. It was the 26th, possibly. The restrictions got put back in, so it's like seating in places, and like if I was performing at a concert, no one can get up and dance and things like. So we've kind of taken a step back again, but I don't know. It's tough. Like it's hard to believe we're still going through it 2 years later. But
Yeah, definitely. It's been tough. And then, especially for artists who are trying to get out there and perform. So, you're saying that you're still allowed to perform, there's just heavy restrictions?
yeah, and that's what it's like in the north. In the south, it's the same. Only there's restrictions. Everywhere closes at 8 o'clock at night, so it's not very convenient. So no.
Okay. And so, how was 2021 for you? A look back. So, we're in the new year, but a look back to 2021. Was it a good year for you? Was it a year of a lot of accomplishments, or was it a tough year, or a combination of both?
I would have to say a combination of both. Obviously, to like trying to bring out music and stuff during the pandemic. Like I released my album, "The Country and Me," in March, and it was great. But it's a bit disheartening not being able to properly perform it or like even go around touring with it at the minute. It was great. I got so many opportunities with regards to like social media, like example like meeting you, and I've been on a couple of podcasts and so many radio interviews, and I was able to like kind of get out there that way, but in person and kind of performing, it's not been as good. But you always have to kind of look at the positives, and I'm grateful. Like it was actually quite a great year. I released that album, as I said, and then music videos, and I've released a few new singles which will feature on my next album, which will be coming very soon. But
Okay, and we'll definitely talk
yeah.
about that. So,
hmm
one of the songs that you came out with this year was "10 Bucks in the Glove Box." Tell us a little bit about that.
So it's originally by the Sonic Cowgirls. They're an Australian duo, and I just love the message in the song. It's basically about appreciating the small things in life and kind of not taking things for granted. And I just thought, how what a greater time to bring that out and kind of share that message to people. So that's why I wanted to record it. But it's a great like lively number two, and it's been going down really well. I think it got to number three in the Irish charts when I released it. So I was delighted with that. So yeah,
Oh,
it's got a
yeah,
good reception so
congratulations.
far.
Yeah, it
Thank
is
you.
doing really well. And I enjoy watching the video. And, as a photographer and videographer, I always like talk a little bit about that too. So, who did your video? Why don't you give a shout out for who did that for
Yes.
you?
So the video was done by my friend Jason McGilligan. He has his own kind of media production called Jaybird Media. And oh, him and his wife were so like accommodating. I'm good friends with him anyway, like so he kind of knew the kind of vibe I wanted to go for, and it's just so easy and fun to record. And yeah, he's a singer as well, and he does a lot of country music. But he was off the road for a good few years because he lost his voice. So
Hmm.
he's so inspiring because he's recorded an album and he's going to bring it out too, and he's waiting to get back on the road. So no, he's a brilliant person.
Oh, well, that's definitely something I have to check out. So, the video itself, who came up with the concept of the way it flows and the scenery? Who came up with that?
Um, Kind of both of us. We kind of work together. I knew I wanted it to be kind of outside and very scenic and things because of the words. It's about like one of the lines, and it's like, oh, my friend, she looks at scenery through like a picture, whereas I have to look through my ute, which is like she just appreciates outside scenery, and that's what she has, because her friend would be like kind of well off, and she just sees herself more ordinary. But I wanted to really capture all that in the video, and we went to County Derry, Benone Beach, to do all the beach work, and you can see like the temple and all at the start of the video. I actually went there for another one of my videos. If you want to leave me, it's just class, like. So no, we kind of worked together, and then the scenes that are in the cafe, that was his brother's or his wife's brother's cafe. We used as well. So we kind of just worked together, but I'm really happy with how it turned out.
All right, well, let's go ahead and play 10 bucks here. 10 bucks in the glove box here on Hank's Corner.
I was staying with the girl I went to school with. She's married to a man who's doing well. She's got the latest vehicle on the market, and her perfume is expensive, I can tell. Her husband is away, but he's a good man. She told me he's a snore, but he's true. I said to her, I think you're very lucky. She said, I know I am, but so are you. I scratched my head and couldn't work it out. Couldn't understand what she was on about. I got 10 bucks in the glove box and the freedom to get behind the wheel and drive away. Haven't got expensive things, so I don't worry if someone's gonna pinch it all one day. I haven't got a lot, but it's all mine, and 10 bucks in the glove box does me fine. As two friends who couldn't be more different, she wore heels and I wore dogger boots. Her scenery is on the wall on canvas, mine is through the windscreen of my ute. I got 10 bucks in the glove box and the freedom to get behind the wheel and drive away. Haven't got expensive things, so I don't worry if someone's gonna pinch it all one day. I haven't got a lot, but it's all mine, and 10 bucks in the glove box does me fine. When we said goodbye, she went all wistful. For old lang syne, I knew she'd like to be singing to a CD up the back road with 10 bucks in the glove box like me. I got 10 bucks in the glove box and the freedom to get behind the wheel and drive away. Haven't got expensive things, so I don't worry if someone's gonna pinch it all one day. I haven't got a lot, but it's all mine, and 10 bucks in the glove box does me fine, and 10 bucks in the glove box does me fine.
All right, that was 10 bucks in the glove box by Jamie Donnelly here on Hank's Corner. So, Jamie, tell me what sparked your interest into music?
Oh, music in general, like I don't remember not ever being involved or loving music. Like from a young age, I was always into like even I think I started off as a dancer. I went to dance classes when I was really young. Like I went to ballet, and there was a company called Pop Tap I went to in my hometown, and I just loved music. And then I was about, I think I was 7. I got asked to sing a line in a school play, or we were pantomime. I don't know what we were doing, but my mom was like, "Oh my god, you can sing!" And I was just like, oh. I never really thought of it. Like I was just kind of, I was told to do it, so I just did it. And then from then I started singing, and I play musical instruments as well. I play the violin. I started that when I was 8, and then I played the guitar since I was 10. And then I could fiddle about with different things too. Like my daddy bought a banjo one time, and I would play about that. And then my friend has a ukulele, I would pick it up and kind of play. I don't know, I just love music and everything about it. And like I love all different genres as well. From a young age, I was always involved in like school shows, musical theatre, that kind of thing. And then when I was really young, I loved like pop music, like that was like the main genre I looked at. And then it was when I learned guitar, that's what sparked my interest in country music really. Because my teacher, that's the kind of songs that we would play, and I was able to sing along to. And the songs in country music, like they just each one tells its own story, and I just think that's so inspiring. And my daddy would always be a big fan of country music too. He would always had it playing in the house and things when we were younger. But it was when I kind of started singing it myself, and I don't know, I just appreciated it more, I think, and that's where I am today doing country. So yeah.
And so you mentioned that you had a teacher for music. I mean, is that how you learn most of your instruments, or do you learn a lot of it on your own?
Oh, every instrument I've learned, I've went and taught by a teacher. When I say I fiddle about like things I can kind of play, I just play that myself. Like I've attempted the piano before too, and just anything really. But no, I had a violin teacher. I've had many violin teachers, and my guitar teacher. He's one of the biggest reasons why I'm able to do what I am today. He was the first kind of person to give me a chance, and if there was a concert going, he always put me forward, or if he was up gigging, he would like bring me up for a song and things like that. His name was R.G. Caterson. He passed away a few years ago, but he was a drummer and stuff as well. He was a serious musician, like he was amazing. And no, he taught me guitar, and he became a great friend. And he was it was just amazing to be able to watch him perform too, and I just learned so much from him. So yes, I owe a lot to him.
And that's so great to have that because a lot of times, some people may have the talent or even have to be taught the talent, but it always takes that one person to give them that break to kind of help them in there because the music industry is kind of tough to break in, whether it's, over there where you're at in Ireland or here in the United States. I'm sure it's the same way where you have so many talented people, but you're waiting on that one person to say, hey, come on in, come under my wing. I can get you where you need to go.
Exactly. There's so many people, especially over lockdown. I suppose people didn't know what to do and things as well. So many people just came out with like music or whatever talents they wanted to do and kind of thing. And it's great to see. And like I always take inspiration from people. I applaud everybody I see, and I always try to support others as well. Because I always like that's my mindset in life. Kind of like how can you expect other people to support you if you don't support them? So I would always try and like share people's music, and I always listen and like and all that I can do as well. But no, it's amazing. Like there's so many people over here, and like even country music as well. Like there's so many young ones coming forward at the minute too, and it's great to see. So it's staying alive over here.
Yeah, and that's great, and that's what this platform is. Hank's Corner to give that platform to rising artists to be able to tell their story, put their music out. And I started following you through Down the Road Radio, which is out there in Ireland, and they kind of do the same thing. They're hoping to help these newer artists or independent artists have a platform and to maybe get that break.
Exactly, like as you say, down the road, like that's Mike Gleason, and I think Mike, like he discovered me from an interview I had with someone else, and it's just amazing. Like no matter like how many opportunities you get, it always leads to something else, and it's great. Like I remember I did an interview with a man called Eddie Gallagher. He's a singer as well. But from that interview, I actually met the person that I co-write all my songs with called Jeff Snee, and he got my number off Eddie and rang me and was like, "Oh, I write songs, and I have a few written if you want to kind of put your own spin on them and record them. And they were great, but I said to him, I always struggle with the kind of writing, like lyrical side of writing, but I love the musical side. So if you had any spare lyrics about, throw them my way and I'll fit her out and see what I can do. And from then, that's kind of how we've been working, and we've written, I don't know, maybe 10 maybe songs at the minute, but I've been working from him from about 2019, I think. But oh, he's great, like, and it's just amazing the fact that, like, if we never got that interview, we never would have met, and I would never have been able to record them songs, and like they've done so well for me, like, and it's amazing how it works, just so yeah.
Yeah. And so one of the songs that kind of early on, I think it's from 2019, is If You Want to Leave Me. Tell me a little bit about that one.
So that's actually the first song that me and Jeff wrote together. If You Want to Leave Me, he gave me the lyrics, and no joke, I think I the melody nearly came to me as I read the lyrics. They were just perfect. Like, they were beautiful, and he has such a lovely flow and way of writing, and it's just a privilege to be able to write with him. But if you want to leave me, it's basically about this girl. I'll say, because I'm a girl. This girl, and she can tell that her partner isn't fully with her anymore, and she's kind of like, if you want to leave me, then walk away. Like, kind of, do you know what I mean? Like, don't be hurting her any more than what she has to be hurt, kind of way. Just but to appreciate, like, make sure how, if he's certain, if he doesn't want to be with her, kind of like reflect and kind of appreciate the times that they had together, and is it really what he wants, kind of thing. But at the same time, she's kind of like, if you want to leave me, bye, see ya.
Well, let's go ahead
So
and play If You Want to Leave Me here on Hank's Corner.
You seem so different these days, not listening to a word I say. I guess you feel it's no good, just living in the same old way. I've been a fool believing, thinking I'm the one to blame. And I have to ask myself, is love just a losing game? Baby, if you wanna leave me, if you wanna walk away, just tell me that it's over. I'm not begging you to stay. I remember all the good times when nothing else compared. Baby, if you wanna leave me, think of all the love that we have shared. I've seen you hold hands with her. You laugh and say that we're just friends, when you know deep in your heart it's easy for you to pretend. I've been a fool believing, thinking
And that was Jamie Donnelly with "If You Want to Leave Me" here on Hank's Corner. And so you mentioned, kind of you told a little bit of the story about that, and you mentioned how country music tends to have some kind of story behind it. But as I'm learning, because I grew up on American country, but there's a little bit of difference with the Irish country, and then you kind of hinted on the Australian country. Tell us a little bit about how you see that, because you're more involved in the different genres and the kind of the similarities and differences between them.
Hmm. Um, well, or storytelling wise, I feel like every song's different, no matter if it's American, Australian, Irish, whatever. Um, but I suppose it's the kind of feel of the song, the kind of beat. Like that. If you want to leave me, it's very. I would say, American country. That was the kind of feel that we were going for with it. And it's like my other song, "You Make Me So Happy." It's definitely more down the Irish kind of country route, and I don't know. I think it's to do with the beat of the song and kind of like jiving would be. I don't know about over there, but it would be very popular here. The kind of dancing, and it's important when writing to kind of think of that beat. And especially like if I'm re-recording like other songs, even like my other song, "True Love," like it has a very traditional kind of Irish beat to it, so people could jive to it and things like that. But I don't know, it's hard to tell, but I love both equally, or the three equally. I just love country music in general. Doesn't matter what style it is. I just love to kind of put my own spin on anything I record and kind of just see how it turns out. But yeah, there definitely is a difference in them, but they're all great in their own way, I suppose.
And how about as far as maybe the instruments? Do they change up a little bit that you can say, well, the traditional American country, I've always said, had a steel guitar and a fiddle. Is there something in particular that you can say, well, that's considered Irish by the musical instrument?
Um, I suppose, yeah, but like, there's loads of like, it depends on the artist too. Like, I suppose what way they want to record the song. But like, I know with my music, because I play the violin, there will be a lot of fiddle writing in my tunes, or like my re-recordings. Um, but yeah, I would say fiddle's really important in Irish music as well, and banjo as well, and then I would have a lot of mandolin in my songs as well. So yeah, you're definitely right. Like there is a difference in the instrumentation kind of in Irish songs, but I would say fiddle would be one of the big ones in Irish music as well. So I suppose it's the way people play it as well, like which makes the difference in the sound. So
All right. So tell me a little bit more. So if I decide to, make it back to Ireland, which, like I said, it's been many, many years, where are some of the places that, I should be looking? Because when I went there before, it was more about the vacation and the scenery and that kind of stuff. But if I was looking to get into the music scene, where are some of the places that I should go?
Oh, well, literally you could go anywhere, to be honest. But I live near County Donegal, and it would be very popular for kind of the dancing and music. It would be very lively, and I'm thinking in mind of Bundoran in particular. It's a town, and there's so many like hotels and pubs and all to do with like there's music nearly all the time there. So I wouldn't really know more so down the country, but I know like in Dublin and Killarney and all there would be music, but it would be more like Irish folk kind of instead of country. But it really depends what you're looking for. You could go anywhere and there would be music all the time. It's really popular over here.
Okay. And so you play at I guess a lot of wide variety of venues. I mean, you do weddings, you do things for charity, and then of course you have the traditional stage. Do you have a favorite, thing that you like to play at? Is weddings something that you just really love, or do you love, the traditional, rocking out on stage?
Um, it depends. Like I love them all. I love a wedding. It's such an honor to be asked to sing and be a part of someone's wedding. Like that'll never change once you're involved. Like it'll always be a memory they'll have and things. So it's really important. Like it's very nerve-wracking because you die if you messed up. But I love being involved in them. It's such a privilege. and I just love the kind of music and things as well, the kind of gospel as well. So I do love that, but then it's hard to beat just being on a stage and kind of connecting with an audience and talking to them, and then afterwards, like you just see them appreciating your music and they're really there for the music. Whereas like if you go to a dance, I feel like it's a great atmosphere, but like no matter if you make a mistake, it doesn't really matter because people are just there for the beat and dancing, and it's all great. But all of them are great again in their own way. But for me, I would think I would have to say just a concert kind of on stage, kind of a show.
Yeah, and I can see how the concerts would be a little bit more fun or a little bit more relaxed, shall we say, because, part of my photography and video stuff, I mean, I'm doing weddings and there's no other place that I'm more stressed than when I'm
Mm.
having to do the weddings. And traditionally the weddings that I do don't seem to have singers, live singers, which is pretty cool, pretty neat when they do have that. What are some of the songs that are most popular at the weddings over there?
Oh, um, I've done a couple of weddings recently where they're like walking down the aisle. Song would be "This I Promise You." Do you know it? Donna
Go ahead.
Target did a version of it. Oh, do you want me to
Okay.
sing it? Oh.
No, no, no. I was
I think Donna Taggart did a version of it, and Ronan Keaton, I'm gonna say. I could be wrong, but I think it's Ronan Keaton. It's a class song. The words are beautiful in it. So it's a beautiful one to walk down the aisle to. Another song would be um songs like Lady of Knock, How Great Thou Art, them classic kind of gospel songs are unbelievable, especially in a chapel setting. Um, what other ones is there? Um, This I Promise You. I would say This I Promise You is probably my favorite one to sing. Um, then I have all their favorite gospel ones. Clouds Fail. Um, I've gone blank.
That's fine. And
There's so many.
yeah, and I was
It's hard
just
to
curious
choose.
just to kind of compare the two because it does seem like, there are trends and there's, a popular song at any given time. And, I've gone through, so many where it's, that song again. And I always try to, when I do the music videos for them, I try to change it up. And, sometimes I work with artists who will say, yeah, I'll let you use one of my songs for the wedding so that they could have something different and not just, something that you may hear out on mainstream or everybody else has it. So tell me, we're going to talk about one more song. And I know this is a very special song for you, and it's kind of dedicated to somebody. You make me so happy. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Yeah, so me and Jeff, you make me so happy about um, I think it was the start of 2020, or maybe it was in 2020 anyway. And originally the plan was I was going to release my album and then bring out this single as the kind of the first of what was to come kind of thing. And Jeff's wife, Lynn, I always, you could never speak to Jeff without speaking to Lynn. She was equally involved. And there's things in music people wouldn't understand or wouldn't even think of, like the kind of mechanical and royalties and just things like that, which I had no clue about until I met Jeff. And that's really important, especially when you're songwriting. So she was so helpful, and it's actually her birthday today, which is so
Mm.
sad. But Lynn passed away. It'll be a year this month as well, and it was devastating when it was quite sudden, and it was devastating when we found out. So the lyrics in the song, it's called "You Make Me So Happy," and it's just like you can tell that Jeff wrote it from his heart, and it was about Lynn, and it was for her, and it just felt right. I was like, I need to release this song. People need to understand because even though it's such a sad time, the song was so uplifting and joyful, and it brought him. Like I know she loved the song, and we recorded it long before I released it because that's what I was supposed to bring it out after my album, but I just had to bring it out as a tribute to her and kind of just for her, and I know she loved it, and I think it got to number 3 in the charts as well, which was amazing, and it actually won Song of the Year this year on Southeast Country Net, and which is a radio station down in Wexford. So it's
Congratulations
just,
on that.
oh, thank you. Thank you. But it's just I was so happy for it to win because it was just for Lynn, and I know Jeff and all his family and all, they love the song as well, and it's so special. So yeah, if you listen to the lyrics, you'll be able to relate to it hopefully. And in the music video, I didn't really want to do anything with it. I wanted the focus to be on them, and it's just kind of me singing the song, and there's a few photos of them throughout their life. So yeah, it's a really special song, and I'm so happy it's done so well as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and play "You Make Me So Happy" here on Hank's Corner.
We still walk hand in hand after all these passing years, and I guess you understand, 'cause you're all that I hold dear. You haven't changed at all, and I just couldn't ask for more. You're always on my mind, that's for sure. You make me so happy, even when you're not around. You make me so happy, even when I'm upside down. Guess that I'm so lucky to have someone just like you. You make me so happy, you make me feel brand new. We love to have a dance, meet old friends to show we care. Then it's back to home, sweet home, to the dreams that we both share. You haven't changed at all, and I just couldn't ask for more. You're always on my mind, that's for sure. You make me so happy, even when you're not around. You make me so happy, even when I'm upside down. Guess that I'm so lucky to have someone just like you. You make me so happy, you make me feel brand new. You make me so happy, even when you're not around. You make me so happy, even when I'm upside down. Guess that I'm so lucky to have someone just like you. You make me so happy, you make me feel brand new. Guess that I'm so lucky to have someone just like you. You make me so happy, you make me feel brand new.
And that was "You Make Me So Happy" by Jamie Donnelly here on Hank's Corner. And one of the things I wanted to mention about that is, it doesn't matter, where you are. You're all the way on the other side of the world. I'm over here, and throughout the countries. Music is music, and it's very therapeutical. For people to express their emotions. Good emotions, sad emotions. Party time emotions, whatever it is. That's very universal in music. That it does that no matter where you're at.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, like everything tells a story, and it was so important to kind of bring that story across too. And the time I brought it out, it just felt right, and I'm just so happy it's been well received, because like everyone, when I said the story, like, oh, this is for Lynn who sadly passed away, you'd think it's going to be like kind of like a sad kind of touching song, but it is in a different light. Even though it has like an upbeat melody, it's like appreciating life that they had, and it was great for Jeff, I think, at the time too, to bring it out, and it kind of lifted his spirits, in a way, I suppose. It reminded him of her, like, so it was great. It was a privilege to bring it out in her honor.
Yeah, and you did a great job on that song. So here
Thank
we
you.
are, 2022. What should we expect from Jamie Donnelly? I mean, do you have goals? Do you have resolutions that we should be looking for?
I have so many goals. I wanna well, I actually graduate hopefully from university this summer. So
Oh,
after
congratulations.
thank you. After that, I'm gonna take a year out kind of and focus on my music and focus on me as an artist and kind of just go about and see where it goes or what I can do. So as I said earlier, I have a new album coming out, which is really exciting. I don't know when it'll be yet. Hopefully it'll be soon. But it's actually a cover. All the songs on it are covers, but it's dedicated to all like the woman who have inspired me in music. So I'm really really excited to bring that out. I've released a few tracks off it already. I'm still songwriting, and I've we've wrote me and Jeff have written a few gospel songs. So I'm hoping to bring out a gospel EP, where if that be this year or next year, I'm not sure. But I would love to just get on the road and kind of perform to whoever I can and talk to more people like yourself and just kind of get myself out there as much as I can. So again, I just want to thank you so much for having me on and with your audience, and it means a lot, and you support me so much. So I just want to say a huge thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And it's very easy to support you. Like I said, from the first time that I heard your music, I was definitely into it. I love the style. And like you said,
Thank
it's
you.
kind of awesome to see, how you're trying to find your place in the music industry. Early on, you had a little bit of more influences, and now you're starting to, tighten it in up with the certain genres of country. So I'm definitely looking forward to 2022, and I guess maybe a little bit further on what you
Mm.
bring. And hopefully you do get out there. If you had the chance, obviously everything's locked down, but if you had the chance and dream locations and everything, where would you like to perform?
Oh, anywhere. I would definitely love to go to America, particularly Nashville would be a dream to go and perform. Hopefully, I would love to go over and watch other people perform too. And that's one of my favorite things to do is go to other people's concerts and kind of watch how they perform, how they connect with the audience. I love getting inspiration off people, and yeah, I would go anywhere if I could. Get me booked on a plane, and I am there.
I hear you. I love to travel as well. Well, Jamie, I appreciate you coming on, and it's going to be down here below, but check out her site, jamiedonnellymusic.com, as well as all the social media she's on. And you're welcome to be a guest anytime here on Hank's Corner. And
Thank you so
hopefully I'll get
much.
to see you one day in person.
Yes, absolutely. That would be amazing. But thank you so much for having me.